Hey y'all, Teannabranae here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. We have a new book review for y'all today. Or I have. Whatever. A new book review, y'all. Today's book is going to be Mercer. It is book 4 of the Berkeley Bred series by Huffington. The book is 432 pages long. This was the 12th book that I've read this year, so it's a few books back, but that's okay. I really wanted to do this review for y'all. I rated the book a 5 out of 5. You know what that means? It's a good book. If I rated it a 5 out of 5, this might be my first 5 out of 5 on this channel. I don't know, but it may be. If it is, shout out to me. Anyway, summary of the book. This is my version of a summary. Mercer is a chef going through dealing with bipolar disorder, and he is the main male character, obviously. And he is who the book is named after. Valley is an award-winning poet trying to carefully extract herself from a failing marriage. She currently resides in what used to be Mercer's home. He shows up at her door to dig up some money he buried in the backyard. Due to loneliness and a cheating husband, Valley welcomes Mercer not only into her home, but into her bed. I'm getting good with these summaries, y'all. Okay, real quick, I do want to let y'all know, Mercer, I forgot his last name. Anyway, they're born in Berkeley. That's where they live. And the book follows his brothers, I believe, and he's number 4 on the list. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? My thoughts on the book. I said that I absolutely love this book. I will say it was refreshing to see Valley taking back her power and not letting her husband keep her down. So many romance novels, the woman, where the man is not faithful, the woman kind of talks herself out of moving on. She kind of talks herself out of her husband's cheating, and just him deciding to come home that night will make her change her mind about doing what she wants to do, and will make her change her mind about deciding she doesn't want that life anymore. And I do like the fact that she was like, all right, I cried about him, because this had been going on for years. I like that she was like, I cried about him. I've been sad about it. I know what he's doing. I'm not a fool. Even if she hadn't left yet, it was like she stood in her truth. And she stood in like, okay, I was sad long enough. I'm not going to keep letting this nigga make me sad. It's time for me to be who I need to be. And I did appreciate that. What else did I say? There's a part in the book where Mercer finds out, because when Mercer first gets involved with Valley, he does not know that she's married, because when he comes to the house that first time to say, hey, I used to live here, I left something in the backyard, her husband's not there. He comes back to the house over the span of a few days. I forgot how many days it was. Might have been 2 or 3 days, I think. Anyway, it might have been longer than that. I don't remember. Anyway, when he's like back and forth to the house, the husband never shows up. So in his mind, she's just some single lady living in this nice house that used to be his house. He does not know that she's married. She never tells him that she's married. But they sleep together. And so when he finds out, he's like, no, I'm not messing with you. Like, I'm not interested in messing with somebody else's wife. And he kind of backs away from her. She knew that she deserved the treatment that Mercer was giving her. And I don't mean like him being upset. I mean like when he's nice to her. He treats her completely different from the way her husband treats her. And that's the kind of treatment that she knew she deserved. And so in that, she's like fighting for him to listen to her, like fighting for him to understand, like, me and him are not, we married, but we are not together no more. This man got a whole nother chick. This man got a few chicks. Like, we are not together. I'm just trying to figure out how to get out of this marriage. We are not together. We ain't nothing going on between us. I ain't not going out. What I need to do, you know. And I enjoy that aspect of him because so many times in some romance novels, they find out that the person is married or the wife is married, and yes, she's in an unhappy marriage, but the guy just kind of like bulldozes his way into the relationship as opposed to like creating space for her to choose him. And I like that the author, Gray Huffington, created space for Valley to choose Mercer. Like, it wasn't a situation where he was like, you need to get a divorce. I have decided I want to be with you. That's what it's going to be. It was not that. It was him. Dang, I do rock with you, but you married, so I'm going to step back because I can't be with nobody else's wife. Like, and it allowed her to kind of choose him. And I appreciated that. Yeah, I wrote so much on this, and this font is so smart. That's why it's taking me so long to read my typed words. She didn't let she didn't let guilt or fear keep her stuck with her husband, Philip. Back to my point. When Philip found out that Valley started cheating back, essentially, and he kind of brought it to her attention, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. She didn't, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm done. I'm going to leave him alone. This is my man. What are you talking about? You down there with Sally Sue at the office. This is my man. What Sanaa Lathan said in The Family That Prays. When Chris said, why would Cartwright give you all that money? That's my man, Chris. That's what Valley said. That's my man. That's how I felt. And Philip just had to sit with that. So I appreciated that. I said, however, one thing I did not like was how Mercer kept telling anyone who would listen exactly how much money V was worth. That was definitely not his business to tell. If her husband didn't even know, why did he feel like his friends and family needed to know? Okay. Valley is worth close to $40 million. Because remember, I told y'all she's an award, like Grammy-winning poet. She's worth about $40 million. And an important thing to note, Philip comes from this big lawyer family. Or I'm sorry, attorney family, I should call them. In Berkeley. And so with that, she knows if they divorce, his family gonna take her to the cleaners. And so she tells Mercer that's the only reason she really hasn't filed yet, because of, I think it's like 36 million. We're gonna round it up to 40. She has all this money and she's not willing to like sacrifice the money that she's made for something he didn't contribute to. And Philip has no idea that she's worth that much. He knows she got a few million in the bank, but he don't know she got that much, okay? And it's like, Mercer finds this out, and instead of him being like, okay, babe, I understand, he got to tell his brothers, he got to tell his friends, he got to tell it's like, she got $36 million. She got 36 million reasons not to leave him yet. She got 36 million reasons why she's still in this marriage. And it's just like, why is he telling everybody how much money this girl got? If her own husband don't know, what sense does it make to make his character tell everybody? To make Mercer tell everybody? That I did not understand. Like, I understood her telling him. No, you know what? I didn't understand when he said he Googled her and saw her net worth, and it was a few million. I can't remember how many. It was less than the 36 million, whatever. She was like, oh, I make more than that. And I was thinking like, yeah, her and her husband are beefed out right now, but they were not beefed out the whole marriage. So I was like, you never told your husband how much you were worth. But you were sitting there telling this man that you done known for a couple weeks that you worth $36 million? Because you love him that fast? Okay. However, where am I at? Where am I? I wish the author would have made Philip upset that Valley left him after the pregnancy reveal as opposed to before. If he's supposed to be in love with this new woman and he's under the impression that Valley can't have kids, and that's why he basically is no longer present in the marriage, then it doesn't make sense for him to be sad before. There comes a point where Valley is like, I can't do this no more. And she just leaves. She's like, money be damned. Whatever I got to give him be damned. I don't care no more. I can't do this no more. And she leaves. She goes to Mercer's house. And prior to that, she's under the impression that she cannot have children because she has a hard time conceiving. And that's one of the reasons Philip uses as to why he's no longer interested in her or no longer really wants to be with her, essentially. And she leaves, and Philip is at the house sad. But in his mind, she still can't have kids. So he does not have a reason. He doesn't have a reason to be sad. Because he's like, she still can't have kids. And he's in love. Valley is telling us he's mad. He's deeply in love with this new woman. We're seeing him gone for days at a time. This is not a situation where it's like, why did I get married? And Jill Scott's character Sheila is going up the mountain to fight for her marriage. No. Philip is gone. Philip is gone weeks at a time at this other woman's house. Like, it's not a secret that he's clearly in love with this other woman. And it's like, as soon as Valley, who he does not hang out with anymore, he don't be around her no more, they don't really be at home together no more, they barely sleep in the bed, like, their marriage is, for all intents and purposes, besides the fact that they got the divorce decree, their marriage is over. And he's crying now and sad that she left. Why isn't he back at the girlfriend's house? That's where he's like, it just felt like the author wanted us to have a reason. She didn't want Philip to win. That's what it felt like. Or I don't know if the authors, they didn't want Philip to win. Because I feel like Gray Huffington is a pseudonym. I don't feel like it's a real name. I could be wrong, but it's just my book. But it's like they didn't want Philip to have a win at the end of the book. And so even though he hasn't been interested in his wife this whole book, we're going to make him interested in her now. And the reason I'm bringing it up, because Sheila and Mike was just cheating. But what was her name? Angela? Oh, what was her name? I don't know. Mike do it for the enjoyment. Philip was doing it for the love. Philip actually is in love with this other woman. It's not a situation where he is just having a fling and then realizes the error of his ways and it's like, oh, I love my wife, I want her back. No, he's in love with this woman based on what we've been reading up until the end of this book. So it does not make sense for him to all of a sudden out of nowhere be sad that his wife, who he's never around, is gone. And all of a sudden, the only reason it would have made sense is if he really was like, I don't want her anymore because she can't have children. And then he found out she is actively pregnant. And he's like, oh my God, I ruined my marriage for nothing. That would have made sense. But he's sad before he finds out. Before Mercer goes to the house to threaten him to sign the divorce papers. And he reveals, oh, she pregnant with my baby right now. And it's like, Philip should have been sad after that. Philip was sad before he got to the house. And that part I did not understand. But other than that, I feel like the book was a good book. He signed those papers. I wish they would have let Philip have his happily ever after. Because as somebody who's married, and I have been for a couple years, my husband and I have been together. Oh, me and Andre have been together 10 years this year. That's a long time. Anyway, you don't get brownie points for cheating back. And I think that's one thing that romance novels drive me crazy about. If the husband cheats, or the wife, however they do it in the book, and the other partner cheats back in whatever form, they want us to be like, well, they weren't the first one cheating. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. To me, it does not matter. And so I feel like they could have let Phil have his happily ever after with his girlfriend. Was he wrong for the way he went about the relationship? Yes. But so was Valley. It does not matter that she didn't cheat first. Anyways, that's all for this book review. Like I said, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I do want to read a quote to y'all from the book. And I believe this quote was between Valley and her mom. And this is when she was sad that Philip was playing her to the left, basically. And her mom told her, "Remember, baby, a man's foolish ways are not a measurement of your love or what you deserve." And I feel like I wanted to tell y'all that because I feel like a lot of women dictate their value based off of how their man that they're with treats them. And that's why when a lot of women, when their men cheat on them, their response is, "What did I do? Like, what did I do to cause this? What did I do wrong?" A man's foolish ways are not a measurement of your love or what you deserve. Anyway, that's the end of this book review. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know down below what books you guys want me to review, if any at all. Let me know what you guys thought about this review. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.